everybody to episode 4 of the Dream Podcast. My name is Abdiel,
My name is Andre.
and we're back with another episode. So today we're going to be talking about
How we got into business because he did a poll on Instagram on how do we get into business this young or talk about our testimonies, and what one was talk about business, how we got in it so young.
which I feel like we have talked about a little bit on other episodes.
A little bit, nothing
But
too crazy.
yeah, Audrey was going to ask me if I was going to talk about the new setup.
Yeah. Well, now since you brought it up, this is the new setup for,
I don't know.
I guess, this video maybe.
Yeah,
It might be in and out, but we'll see.
yeah.
So, do you want to start with how you got it? I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You've talked about it so much already. I mean, you can start though.
Okay, so growing up, my parents, I think I talked about this a lot before. My
Mm-hmm.
parents ran businesses from when I was born. My mom was always in business from before I was even born, and her dad was a successful businessman. My uncle's a successful businessman. And my mom been running like photography businesses since before she even met my dad and stuff like that. So business was always in the blood. And
Yeah,
then together when they got married, they opened up a construction business. Um, after I think 15, 16 years, no, 15,
I was hoping for that long.
no, maybe 11, no, 15, 13, yeah, 15 years. It grew and it, it was pretty decent.
Mm.
We ended up closing it down in 2022 to go into full time ministry. But my mom also had a barbershop at the same time, and um, we just had a bunch of businesses. We're still opening up businesses now. Right now, we have a trucking company. We're soon opening up a brokerage. And we're also doing, my dad's doing boat chartering businesses. And we're also having another construction business opening up soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's just a lot of cool things
Okay.
coming. But anyways, how I got into business
Mm.
was, of course, that. When I was little, I always helped my dad in the construction.
Yeah.
Always doing work. If you guys need any work done in your house, I know how to do it.
Okay.
um, but I learned that, and then even sometimes I'll switch up. So like one summer I'll be working with my dad, the next summer I'll be working with my mom at the barbershop. Scheduling appointments, making stuff, even practicing cutting hair too,
Mm.
that stuff, sweeping up hair, like just assisting wherever my mom needed.
Mm.
Um, During COVID, my uncle moved in with us for a little bit, and he was running his real estate business. So I would do wholesaling with him and like call different realtors and see like how just see if we could buy cheap houses and flip them and stuff like that. So
Does he
always,
still have them?
yeah, he still buys houses and
Mm.
stuff, but I love doing business. I love doing business. Recently, 2023, 2023, yeah, 2023, I put up my first business, Kingdom Trade Institute. Um, Started off with trading, so I've been trading since January of 2022.
I feel like it's been long.
No,
Wait, no, it's been 3 years. 22, 3, 4. Yeah,
2022, yeah,
no.
because I traded all through 2022,
Mm.
all through 2023, so 2.5 years.
Yeah.
I've been trading,
Okay.
and it grew. My interest grew in it, and in 2023, May of 2023, I opened up Kingdom Trade Institute. So the way I got into trading was one day my uncle was talking to me. Like ever since I was little, he always had me doing trading. Like he always wanted me to do trading. So he would put me on these like business games, these simulators, and I will flip like accounts back to back, like 1,000 to 2,000. My uncle would put me like on these trading simulators. I'll flip like $1,000 to $2,000 within a couple minutes or so. Like just
Mm.
he's usually I didn't know what I was doing, but
Yeah.
I guess I was good at it. And then I never really wanted to do it, like I was just like, this doesn't sound cool, sounds boring a little bit.
Mm.
So one day I'm sitting in my room. My uncle's there and he's trading and he goes, dude, he's like, this is your last chance. You want to learn it, yes or no?
Mm.
It's like, okay. It's like, let me pray about it. So I felt yes. So I was like, okay, I think I'll let it. So I'm like, this is gonna be boring. I'm probably never gonna use this in my life. I loved it.
Yeah.
For that day, I made I think $11,000 on a fake account. So it's
So
pretty good my
yeah.
first night. And then I just kept on going from there, from there, from there, from there. One thing led to another. Now I'm officially trading real money. It's going decent. It's gonna grow eventually, but that's where I'm at as far as that.
Mhm.
And I also help like within like my parents' business. I also am a director of the ministry, and I also run the youth department as well. So I'm just involved in a lot of different things and a lot of different businesses, growing, starting up, and stuff like that. So I really enjoy it, and I really love business. But that's like just a little small bit of how I started off so young.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about more stories as we just continue. This is just how we started a
Yeah.
little bit. But you go ahead.
For me, it was I always knew when I was a little kid, like when I was in elementary school, I was like, I always tell my mom, I'm going to be successful.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm going to be successful, but I don't know how. And at the time, that was rare for little kids, like my age, to like even say stuff like that. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to be successful, or I'm going to have this, and this, or whatever. But at the time, I was just trying to be a kid at the same time. So I just gave up on it a little bit. And then I saw people making money online at like 13, 12 years old. And I was like, I want to do this, but I don't know how. And then I saw you when you started trading. And I was like, okay, this is my way to like kind of start. And I remember that my mom would be like, when I first started, she would be like, I'll believe it when I see profit, like that it's real. So I showed her like on a fake account, obviously I showed a profit that I made, and it would be like 3, 4 thousand in like 3 days, and then a week it would be like 5 or 6 thousand a week.
Yeah.
So, and then my mom, she was like, "That's not real." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not. I'm just practicing for the real thing." And she was like, "Okay, I just hope you go to school, finish school, and do something at school." So my mom, she was very traditional with the whole go to school, finish, graduate, get a job, whatever. Because when I was a kid, she used to push me to like become a vet or like a doctor, really anything of that sort. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that, that. So
Open your door.
sorry for that, but um, I didn't want to do any of those things. I want to just be an entrepreneur. I didn't want to work for someone
Yeah.
because for me, working for someone is very hard because I wasn't able to really focus in school when I was a kid. Like I wouldn't be able to focus on a teacher, do what they wanted me to do. So it's kind of the same as a job. Like how do you want your boss to do the same thing that a teacher's doing to you in school?
Yeah.
It gets really annoying. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. So I was that kid that was like getting really bad grades, giving up. And then I had like a counselor and she was like, oh, and she was telling this to my mom. She was like, oh, your son needs this, this, and this to help him focus, whatever. I was like, no, I don't. But I got put on like medicine to help my ADHD, not to
Really?
focus. Yeah, I did. So, and then it actually did help for me to focus, but
But
I
then
still get sidetracked.
it makes you dependent on that stuff.
Yeah. Um, and then I remember I was telling my mom, I'm like, this doesn't work because it wore off. Like I got so used to it that I just needed a higher dosage every time.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then now recently, I graduated high school, but I didn't do the full 4 years.
Absolutely the full 4 years.
Yeah,
I got over here.
yeah, but I didn't want to do the full 4 years. I knew it was like because I would go to school, all we would do is just be on our phones, like teachers on their phones, everything. And I'm like, this is really what school is. Like, I'm not trying to do this. Because my mom would text me during school. She would be like, "What are you doing?" I send her a picture. Everyone's on their phone. And then I ask her, "What are you doing at work?" And then she's on her phone. It's like work and school is the same thing. You're gonna be on your phone more than you are
Well,
actually
here's
working.
what tradition teaches. Oh, you go to school, you go to college, you get a good job, and you live your life, you retire, then you die.
Yeah. And there is some jobs that they actually do pay well, you know.
Like,
You can go
I'm not
and get
against
it done.
college in any type of way. I love
Hmm.
college, and I'm in college right now,
Yeah.
so I'm not against it.
Hmm.
But here's what I am against: when teachers put down kids' ideas. If you want to go ahead and go through college to get a job and live your life and retire, go ahead. That's literally no issue with that. I'm okay. I'm not against that in any form or way. Like,
Yeah.
if I wasn't doing this, I would want to be an engineer. So
Really?
yeah, I love engineering. I like that.
Mm.
So either an engineer or um like into IT or something like that. Either way, I'll still figure out a way to open up a company.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I don't like working under people. I'll work with people, but I don't like working under someone. And the reason is because, like, I don't mind getting told what to do, but if it's on like a consistent basis, and then they're not, you know, nice to you or whatever, like, I don't really care. But it's just to a point it gets annoying. But I, I want to start businesses, and like he said with trading, he introduced me to that, and then I started trading, and then it just went out from there. And then we always started talking about like business, different companies, like shoes, like clothing, um,
Car
really
companies,
anything,
like even just opening up like just like different like
dealerships.
dealerships or like even opening up like our own like just car rental company where we rent out cars to people. Like
Yeah, but I want to do it with
super cool.
exotics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I even want to open up a hotel company, Kingdom Hotels and Resorts.
that wouldn't be bad because obviously that reaches out quick. Different
Yeah.
locations, a lot of people travel, so that wouldn't be bad. But I think the now, like as of now, I think what set it for us was we could see the profit that was coming through with trading, and then
Yeah.
we see like other things that we enjoy that can also help. Like I like doing business as a hobby, kind of, not as I have to do this. It's more of I want to do this.
With trading, it's more to me as like just a hobby as well. Like trading is not just like my main thing. I do so
Yeah.
much more than just trading.
Mhm.
It's like trading, ministry, trucking,
Yeah.
businesses, um, even sometimes maintenance.
Mm.
Just
Cutting
so
grass,
cutting grass, yeah, cutting
cleaning
grass.
houses, all of that.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like doing
yeah.
even like what was it? Investing into real estate. That's a big thing I want to do
Mhm.
in the future. But just you come up with so much business ideas like how you're gonna do this, how you're gonna do that, and
Yeah.
it's not about like how you're gonna do it. Just like God take you there.
Mhm. Okay, I have a question. What are four different topics of investment that you want to get in?
Real estate.
Okay.
I'm already in trading, so real estate. I'm already in stocks, but more into stocks.
Hmm.
Car collecting,
Hmm.
and the other one. Let's see, businesses like investing into opening and building businesses,
Okay.
stuff like that. What about you?
For me, like you said, real estate trading, opening up businesses, watches.
Oh yeah,
He's a big
watches.
watch guy, but I've been seeing like different kinds of watches on Instagram, and they're like really pretty watches. Watches, cars, and I think let me see. I said real estate, business, trading, cars, watches. What's the other one? I think chartering boats and planes.
Oh yeah, that one too. Planes and boats.
Yeah.
My dad's already doing chartering boats
When is he gonna start that? Like,
this week.
oh, really?
Yeah, apparently
Wow.
this week.
Okay.
Him and his friend. So let that be. There's a beautiful sunset outside. I wish I could show you guys. We have like a beautiful view from here.
Yeah. If I take a picture, can I just put it in the video?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. This is like really pretty though. That's one thing. On camera, this looks insane. Bro, look at this.
Oh yeah,
Look.
they're not saying it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put it as like a little
Pop it up
thing.
right here.
Yeah, I'll
It's
pop
right
it up.
here.
But I don't know. There's a lot of things that we want to do. Like
Yeah.
the building for Kingdom Trade Institute.
Oh yeah. I mean, we talked about that in a previous episode,
Yeah,
but it's
we
just
did.
like that's gonna be compact of so many different things. Like that's gonna be like the headquarters for Abdul Enterprise.
It's gonna be mixed with trading, different kind of like a school,
Mhm.
partially actual company
Yeah.
where you have workers and then like an event spot.
Like part of it is gonna be the land is gonna be so big that the university, the headquarters of the company,
Hmm.
the stadium, the airport, everything's gonna be able to fit out there.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a lot of permits to pull, but we could do it, make it happen too.
I feel like you said airport. So the first thing that came to mind was driving the cars on the strip, right?
Yeah, that's another thing, just to test
Like,
out cars.
yeah, imagine we host like an event where people can come and drive the cars themselves and like race against each other.
We'll do cars instead of cars and coffee, cars and flames.
I mean, we can do both.
Yeah, cars, coffee, and flames.
Yeah,
And then we'll just have like a plane show and a helicopter show, with car show, like just
yeah.
host Christian events like that. But that's like the Kingdom Trade Institute is gonna be all over the world. That's just gonna be
Yeah.
like the headquarters of everything.
We should do a rally, like Gumball.
Yeah, there's so much we
Man,
can do.
there's a lot.
But it's just like one thing. The great thing about getting started this young
Hmm.
is it's a big mental help. It helps you mentally, and a lot of like people our age struggle with their mental health.
Mm.
This helps you so much mentally.
It makes you
Just
stronger. It's like working out. It works out your brain pretty much because
yeah,
you're learning so much to where the point of like I need to keep on learning, and then when you learn more and more, it feels like you're not doing enough or learning enough.
yeah,
And then I don't want to compare myself to other people, but like to other people, it's like, why are you doing all of this, or how do you know all of this? And then to us, it's like this is just basic knowledge.
yeah. We did a lot of the amount of hours of time that we put into learning and
Yeah.
researching. It pays off. Like I spent before I'd even started trading.
Mm.
I think close to five, probably like close to like 6 months just researching and
Yeah.
before I even started doing anything with it. And
Yeah.
then not only that, but like we just like for instance, we want to open up a clothing brand. This is one of our clothing pieces actually. It's
Hmm.
really nice.
Yeah.
Says I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And in the back it has the Gospel logo.
Hmm.
But it's just like it's really nice. This is like one of three pieces. We only have three pieces out right now. We have this one, we have another white one. And one thing about it is that we don't create the designs. We have the youth create designs and send them in
Yeah.
to us, and we vote. And I mean, we have like this is my design. I designed this one, but like we just have so many designs that we want to do. And there's even the youth ministry. There's so much stuff that we want to do in youth ministry, just as like showing the youth that there's hope.
Yeah.
And this is what this podcast is for young people to understand that there's hope. There's so much you can do, even at a young age. Start now. A lot of people tell you to wait. Start now. This is the time you want to
Yeah.
start.
People say like, oh, you can only do it at 18 or whatever. He started when he was like 13.
Yeah,
I started when I was like 14, turning 15. And I feel like if I were to start later, I would be more lost than what I was when I was like 14. Because when you're a kid, you're stuck on learning whatever it is. It's kind of like when you watch YouTube, that's all you do. When you want to learn how to do something, that's all you do.
yeah,
So it was easier to set my mindset on something I wanted to do because later on, right, we're gonna have to get a job. Like per se, we don't do this, right? We would have to get a job, pay bills, you know, food, all of that. Like just focus on all of those things. But then when you're a kid, you have all of those things. You don't have to worry about it. Just learn.
Yeah, like even just for instance, this is something that's gonna change your future,
Yeah.
your kids' lives, your grandkids' lives, your great grandkids' lives.
Mm.
Just you dedicating this time to put in. And it's not for everybody, of course. But
No.
even if like it's not even business, studying in school. School's a big thing. I'm all for education when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to school. Even do good, get good grades, start dual enrollment,
Mm-hmm.
get ahead of the system,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys like, for instance, if you guys want to learn about trading, as of right now, I don't have an open course, but I'm working on creating courses soon, probably the next year or so.
Yeah.
But there's so much more that you can do, and just even getting your head in. I can even if okay, if you guys want to get into trading, you guys can contact me. Um, you guys can contact me on my Instagram. I will be able to. I'll help you out with sending you videos and stuff that would help you just even start out at the thing if you're interested in it.
Yeah.
But here's one thing:
Well,
I don't trade people who are desperate for money, who are just looking at to doing trading just for the money.
yeah.
Because if
Because it's a luxury, to be honest. It truly is a luxury because you can learn so much from it, and it's not just something to learn just for money. It's something to learn for how
you
to
want
live
to,
your life.
I want people who actually want to have a passion in investing.
Yeah.
Because if you're just doing it just desperately, oh, I want the money now, 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 trading is not for you because you're not going to get the money now, now, now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take years. It's going to take time,
Yeah.
effort. Even just not even trading, but any career. It's not just about getting the money fast. You're not going to be able to get money fast. You're not going to be able to make quick money. Even everybody thinks that trading is quick money. It's
No.
not. You got to put in time. You got to put in
Yeah.
investments. You got to put in your mind into it. A lot
Yeah.
of your mind into it. Number one, the way I would trade is none like anybody else in this world. I trade functioning under the Holy Spirit. The
Yeah.
Holy Spirit guides me in my trades. That's what makes me different from everybody else.
Mm.
That's what makes Kingdom Trade Institute different from everybody else. Is we value ourselves and spending time in the Lord, spending time in the Word of God, understanding how to hear from God. We trade biblical principles of money, not worldly principles of
Yeah.
money.
And it makes it easier because sometimes you put a setup and it does not make any sense, but then you put it and then that's it. Like for you, sometimes it don't make sense like a setup, and then I'll look at it and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Ask me how I have my strategy. I don't know. God gives it to me.
yeah.
Literally, I'll be dreaming and I see charts and he shows me just different strategies like the flag patterns or
Mm.
like just how to incorporate the Fibonacci into different things and just stuff like that. Like there's so much like I feel like he's doing is he's taking everything I learned so far with trading
Mm.
and he's putting it together in different ways and different orders to make it line up right.
Yeah.
And it's been an honor to do like trading
Mm.
and just understanding how the investing world works and understanding how just the business world works in general. Like
Yeah. And that's a good door to start in
yeah,
the investing side. It's
yeah.
really good because it's hard, but it's simple once you get it. And then, moving on to different things, it kind of makes it easier.
Investing is not something where it's like oh only certain people can do it.
Yeah.
Everybody can do it.
Mhm. And also with investing, pretty much your whole life is an investment. Whatever you do, whatever you buy, however you do it, it's always going to be an investment because you're putting time, money, and effort into it. That's the same thing with
Yeah,
any stocks or whatever. It's the same exact thing, just different forms of investments,
yeah,
realistically. So,
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
So honestly,
Hmm.
what is right now your favorite things to do as far as business?
Um, I think because okay, so for you, right? You're more of the thinker, you think and you come up with ideas. For me, it's kind of harder to do that. I'm more of like I'll go and get it done, Like I'm more of a you're more of the brains, I'm more of the brawn, like getting it done.
Yeah,
So for me, I just like doing things like let's say like again for trading. I put in a trade, whatever, boom, I feel great. Or if I go out and I buy something, but I know it's an investment, I feel amazing, you know?
Yeah.
Just little things like that. But I think the thing I like the most is being in the front of it. You know, like not being the face of it, but like the people would be like, "Oh, I can learn from him because he or I can see what he does and then incorporate him whatever." So,
Yeah.
yeah. What about for you though?
Mine is just seeing all of it happen.
Yeah.
Mine's like seeing just it start off and
Hmm.
then grow. That's my favorite part about it.
Yeah.
But probably just understanding how the business industry is just operating right
Hmm.
now, even in the investment world. It's crazy right now. It's hard because you
Yeah.
got hard in the investment world. You got inflation is up like crazy.
Hmm.
You got political issues. You're kind of forced to be involved in political
A
things
little
when you're
bit.
investing because
Hmm.
it goes based on what's happening in the political world,
Yeah. That's the same with properties,
the trading,
vehicles, boats,
vehicles, well,
everything.
everything.
Yeah. So it does take a toll if you have all of those things, but if you know how to manage it, then you're fine.
Yeah,
But I think that's another thing that trading has taught us, um managing our time, our efforts, and how we view it in a sense of the normal person would be like, this is stressful. But then since we've been doing it for so long
just not
already, it's
stressful
like
anymore.
we're already used to it. And like you said, it's not stressful.
It's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it's an enjoyment.
I,
Um, it's one of my favorite things to do, even though it's pretty difficult at first.
yeah,
But I did pick it up very quickly because I remember the first week you were showing me how to do it, and I just picked it up within the first week. And again, that's
yeah,
not for everyone. That's not how everyone operates. But for me, when I want something, I can pick it up really quickly.
yeah.
Like for me with bikes, like with wheeling, I was able to pick it up. It took me a little bit longer, like a few months. But then after I got it, it was just like quick. I was really, really good with it.
It's a
So
lot of like putting it, just putting in the time and effort is
yeah,
a big thing. Dedicating your time to it. Time is money.
it is.
Everybody, time is money.
And some people think that's like a not a good saying, but it really is.
Yeah.
So
By the way, sorry this upload is late. We usually upload today's Monday. We usually upload on Mondays, but we were at an encounter, a men's
yeah,
encounter that we go to every 2 months. So it's gonna be behind. Sometimes we have a lot of trips that we take, like ministry trips.
mhm.
So it's just sometimes it's gonna be a little delayed, but we're not stopping the grind here.
Yeah. I think that we're just gonna go up maybe Thursday.
Tomorrow, Thursday, yeah.
Thursday seems decent.
And then we could try to see if we can film Thursday and Friday and upload Monday, get back on schedule somewhat.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a quick recap of how we got into business.
Hmm.
It just there's a lot more still to go and a lot more still that God is taking us.
Yeah.
So this is not the end, it's definitely just a start.
Mm. What's your favorite form of investing besides stocks and trading? Like if it's cars or
Investing in
properties
people,
and people. Okay.
investing in people,
Hmm.
because you see them grow,
Okay.
and that's a big one. I definitely believe in just investing in people.
Mm.
Like I would love to have a prop firm and
Hmm.
just invest in your traders and see them grow
Okay.
and being able to bring in that profit and see them be
Hmm.
successful. It's not even about bringing in the money for me. It's
Hmm.
about seeing them successful,
Yeah.
and that's what I like. I like seeing people successful.
Hmm. That's the same for me, but in a different sense. Like I'm a very, very big car person, and I'm now learning the whole
Oh,
um how the car market's really going. Like a few weeks ago, it dropped heavily. Now it's right back up.
yeah.
But I wanna like how people don't have knowledge within that
Uh huh.
of like, oh, what if I sell it now? Whatever. Since I'm learning and understanding kind of how it is, I would want to help people with that, or like, when's the right time to sell a property, or really just helping people sell and buy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as trading, but when we do it ourselves, I'd rather help people do it out. So, yeah. But I don't know.
This was a pretty short podcast.
Pretty short. It's not going to be a lot of cuts, but yeah. Hopefully sometime this week, we can film again.
Yeah, we definitely want to get ahead. That's another thing. This is an investment itself, podcasting.
Yeah.
We don't do it to make the money. We do it to influence and invest into you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think this is probably my favorite
investment.
Yeah, because we just sit here and talk and influence and encourage you guys. We heard at the encounter, one guy was just saying how much he's been encouraged by these videos.
Yeah.
And it's good to hear. I love that feedback because at least we know that we're touching people's hearts and we're touching people's minds. And we're just not doing it just in vain. We're doing it to have a purpose. And it's a lot of people actually have messaged me just on Instagram saying how it's encouraging or how it's helped them or stuff like that. And that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Another guy at the encounter, he remember when we were there doing the Q&A?
Yeah.
He came up, like I told you, he came up to me and it was saying, like, and he was like a father, like middle-aged, you know?
Yeah, he came up to me after too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He told me he was like inspired by us because we were doing like a Q&A. It was like 5 of us.
We were just sitting down answering questions.
Yeah, it was mainly like, what do you want? Like this generation's change or whatever.
Yeah, they're trying to understand our generation.
Yeah, and we were just answering the questions. But
Yeah.
it was pretty enjoyable though.
And a lot of people were able to understand, like, whereas we youth come from, like what we want to do is we advocate for the youth. We advocate, we stand in the way, and we're able to help and to get people to understand, like, yes, a lot of people like to call our generation weak. A lot of people like to make fun of us. A lot of people like to say that we don't got anything that we're dealing with or we got it easy. But really, if you really look at everything, it's hard.
Yeah.
And the generation, I mean, it's a chosen generation, and we're so excited to see what God is going to do. But as of that,
I think we're going to end it.
Yeah.
Pretty short. I think it's like 30 minutes.
Yeah. But it's fine.
Yeah.
You know? It was just a quick explanation, but definitely polls will come out
more frequently.
Definitely, probably Wednesday, I'll put out another poll, see what you guys vote on, and we'll get there.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Follow for more. If you're on Rumble, follow for more. Definitely love to hear your feedback.
Yeah.
And people on Instagram as well. So thank you guys. God bless you. And see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.